Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to the Stallion Teens 17 and under division. We had 3 games yesterday. For today, we have 4 games on our slate, and we're starting it off with BBC up against Charm, and BBC, of course, still winless in this tournament. Charm tied at first to third with a 3-1 record, and of course, it's going to be followed by our second game, Celsius versus Gold Cross with a 3-0 record. So. Few games here. I'm going to be covering the first 2 games, and we're still here at the AYSN Sports Center in San Juan City, and we'll be starting the games in a few minutes. So let's send it over to Anjo Perez to announce the starting fives. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to the Stallion Teens 17 and under division. First game this Sunday afternoon out of 4, and it's going to be BBC going up against Charm with a 3-1 record. Of course, BBC still winless here, defending champions, but struggling this season. Let's take a look at the starters for both teams. As that was Jovan Chen opening up this Sunday afternoon with a 3-pointer. starters on the floor. We have Pablo Rufino, Jovan Chen, Rodriguez, Marcos Fernandez, and Hans Go, the man in the middle for BBC. And for Charm, with this 3-1 record, you have Kid Lanete, Maddox Slim, Ram Talaga, Sander T, and Enzo C to complete the 5 for Charm. Of course, Maddox Slim, he will be handling the basketball. He is the point guard, the starting point guard here for Charm. He gives it to Sander. Sander gives it to Lanete. Lanete with a step back 3. Still trying to warm up as he airmails his first attempt. Of course, PBA veteran, legend in the sidelines, father of Kid Lanete. There's a miss there. Maddox Slim gets the rebound. He crosses half court, sets the offense. Swings it over to Sander, gives it to Enzo. Back to Ram. Ram with a pull-up 3 and swishes it in. We're all tied at 3. With 1:40 gone by. Of course, Carl C., the head coach now of Charm, had a game yesterday in the first day of our quarterfinals in the Stallion Cup. Of course, they had the number 1 seed falling to the number 8 seed, but they're still alive with that twice to beat advantage. Of course, not an easy task going up against Kyle Slau and Joe Logo. Maddox Slim hitting a 3-pointer from the left side. So all baskets here have been from downtown. Jovan Chen trying to go back-to-back from the opposite side of where he hit one earlier. This time misses. Maddox attracting the double team, swings it to Kid. Kid will draw the foul. It's not a 3-point attempt, but it's a 3-point play the hard way for Kid Lanete as he earns a bonus free throw. And Lanete swishes the bonus. And it's now 10-3. BBC with an early lead here with the opening basket coming from Jovan Chen, but still held scoreless after that. So it's been a 10-0 run for Charm after going down 3-0. That's going to force Coach Paul Chua to call a timeout here for BBC. We'll be right back in a few moments. After that timeout, it was a quick 9-0 run. Just a correction on the score. It was 10-3 earlier. It's a 9-0 run here for Charm. After BBC opens up the festivities with a 3-pointer from Jovan Chen. Of course, that timeout brought to you by AutoGuard. As we enter here in the 6-minute-and-45-second mark, Maddox Slim swinging it to Kid. Kid gives it to Sander. Sander with another attempt from the outside. He had a couple of games where he would go on a hot shooting streak, so he can light it up from downtown. Someone who you can't leave open. He's going to make you pay once he gets hot. Hans God trying to work the paint. No good. Jovan Chen with the offensive board, but he was called for a lifting violation. Turning the ball over and bringing it back to the black shirts. Maddox setting the play. Swings it to Ram. Ram to Kid. Ball movement here coming from Charm. An open three from Ram. He hit one earlier from that same spot. This time it was off to the right. Marcus. Oh, nice strip coming from Kid. And two black shirts hustling down, but Marcus Fernandez may have been, I believe it was out of bounds on, Marcus Fernandez, as his back was on the line when he dived on the floor. Great effort. But possession going to Charm. Kid Lanete has been successful drawing fouls, and he's going to earn 2 more free throws. Looking for his 5th point. Kid Lanete making the first free throw. Now it's a 10-3 score. Nearing the halfway mark. 5.5 minutes here in the first quarter. So far it has been all Charm. A couple of 3-pointers here made. One from Maddox Slim, one from Ram, and a 3-point play coming from Kid Lanete, plus that bonus free throw. Hans Go trying to take it inside. Still looking for a field goal in the painted area. He will get hacked, and 2 free throws coming for Hans Go. As Hans Go goes to the free throw line, let's take a look at his numbers here. Hans Go averaging double-digit rebounds, around 12 rebounds here for Hans Go. So he make that 7.5 rebounds and averaging 1 block per game. So he is the defensive anchor inside, also getting 1 steal per game. Playing a total of 4 games so far for BBC. Score is 10-5. Now Yuto Sumea checking in the ball game. Also Chua is back in the game. Sumea gets a rebound, goes for the pull-up jumper from the free throw line, extended, no good, but Enzo C with the offensive board and the stick back. Hugh gives it inside, stolen from him. Sumea all the way with the right hand finish, overcooks the layup. Baltazar with a cross-court pass. Gives it to Chu. Ball is moving around once again. Baltazar with a sidestep move. Stolen by Chua. Chua with the forward pass to Kid. Kid lost his footing, so he kicks it out. Ang with the basketball. Somea with another attempt from the 3-point line. Just a bit too strong, hitting the back of the rim. So far, it's a slow start here for the second unit. Lanete looking to change that, going all the way. And finishing on the opposite side, Lanete with a total of 6 points to start this game. Baltazar passes to a teammate, and it's a turnover. Charm is running.
first horseman, 2 front rows, Mateo Baltazar. Josh Chua. U17. Mateo Baltazar. First quarter, our score time for ECA 2-2 for John Andrew. Pablo Rufino.
Shot ball in the painted area. Down to 12 once again.
Handicap number 17, Sean Rodriguez is the first personal. 2 shots are Josh Jewell. Josh Jewell. Access the official link is still ordered and thanks to travel sauce. U17.
rebound and the putback for Jovan Chen. .8:45 remaining here in third. Maddox heavily guarded by Rufino. Somea, too strong on that triple. Jovan. Somea swinging it around. Chua, pull-up jumper from the elbow, no good. This one to tie or take the lead. Marcus. Swing it to Jovan. Jovan for the lead, and it's good. 2 3-pointers to start this quarter for Jovan Chen. And that's going to force Charm to take a timeout. 2 minutes gone by, and that 7-point lead gone. 1-point lead right now for BBC, and we'll be right back after this timeout. Brought to you by AutoGuard. Back to the action here, and that 7-point lead quickly vanishing, but Liam Ang changing that after the timeout, answering that 3-pointer by Jovan Chen as he regains the lead for Charm. Now with a 2-point lead, 7:34 in the third. Pablo hits it from the outside as well, and it's raining threes here in the third quarter. Somea. Chua. Back to Somea. They give it to Josh. Josh with a pass inside, that's stolen. Hansgaard recovers. Seven minutes remaining here. Chua gives it to Hans. Hans sees a double. Pablo tried to go back to back. Josh will get the defensive board as he brings it down. Pass to Sander. Sorry, to Enzo. Gives it to Liam, who gave that lead earlier. Pablo trying to feed Hans, go inside, but Josh Chua with the active hands as he taps it out of bounds. Charm down by 1 right now. Just a foot on the line there for Hans going for that 2-point shot. Liam Ang. Kick it out to Ram. Ram pivots and kicks it out to Yuto. Yuto with a nice dish inside to Enzo C. Enzo C regaining the lead here for Charm. Pablo Rufino with a pass inside, and he will turn it over. Or no, it's going to get stripped. It's going to be 10 seconds on the shot clock. A quick inbound, quick hitter here, Marcos Fernandez. Gets it to go down, and it's lead back to BBC. Liam Ang hit one earlier from that same spot. This time it goes in and out. The outside shot has been the friend of both teams here in the third. Look at Liam Ang heavily guarding Jovan Chen as he has gone back-to-back here in the third. missing on that one. Maddox with the spin move as he protects the ball, and Pablo will be called for the foul. Yuto will check out of the ball game. Kid Lanete will re-enter. Sander gives it to Enzo, to Ram. Everyone touching the leather here. It's a slow pass back to Sander, who beats the buzzer, but fails to get the field goal. Fernandez with a step-through move. And still a one-possession ball game, but a 3-point lead right now for the Blue Shirts. Lanete looking for the tie, and it's good. Just past the halfway mark of this third quarter, and we're all tied at 46. What a defensive stop there. Coming from Maddox Lim. Of course, once again, defensive play brought to you by Exped Charcoal Socks. Talaga bumping hands go, boxing him out as they get the stop. Lanete with a pass inside to Maddox, who tried to go for the highlight. The alley-oop to no avail. Mateo Baltazar will slow it down. We are all tied at 46. Fernandez to Jovan. Jovan, after a hot start here in the third, has missed his last two attempts from the outside. Lanete will lose the rock and turn it over. And looks like Charm or BBC is going to call another timeout. This timeout brought to you by Auto Guard, and we'll be right back in a few moments. Three minutes and 15 left here. Still all tied at 46. What a third quarter here coming from BBC. At the halftime break, they were down by 7. I believe biggest lead here of Charm was at 13, but Mateo Baltazar giving the lead back once again. They have hit a number of three-pointers here in the third. About 4 three-pointers for BBC in this quarter. Lanete crossover move to Talaga, who gets denied by Hans Go. Great forward pass stolen by Maddox. Jovan Chen saves it. Going 1 against 3 and still gets the basket. Looking for the foul. He gives them this 5-point lead. Looking for contact on that triple. Fernandez will wisely slow it down. Last 2 minutes of the third. Mateo to Jovan. In and out. Off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound and the stick back for Jovan Chen. 4 unanswered. And the lead has now reversed at the halftime break. Charm was up by 7. Now it's BBC with a 7-point lead. And with all the momentum ending this third quarter, Mateo on a foot race with Maddox with the bump. No finish. Oh, and sorry, or miscommunication. BBC Fernandez turning the ball over in Talaga, making them pay. That fast break layup off the glass. Crossover move and in and out. Sorry miss from Marcos. Maddox with the pull-up jumper. He will draw contact and 2 free throws for Maddox. I believe the foul is going to be called on Hans Go. Under 50 seconds left here in the third. They have gone cold here. Maddox missing on the first one. Maddox gets the second one to go. It's a 4-point lead right now in favor of BBC. Fernandez using the screen of Hans, gives it to Marcos, back to the other Marcos. Fernandez with the pull-up and swishes it in. BBC once again turns the ball over. Last shot here. Sorry, Charm turns the ball over and last shot is going to go to BBC. And Fernandez misses on the bank shot. 1 second left. Maddox with a half-court leave and that will not count, or that will not drop for them. What a turnaround here in the third quarter. BBC outscoring Charm by 13 points as they have the 6-point advantage entering the fourth quarter. We are moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Yes, BBC is now in control of this lead. 6-point advantage as we enter the fourth. Somea, pull-up three-pointer, no good. In the second half, Charm has gone cold. Jovan Chen and Marcos Fernandez doing most of the damage here course, Hans Go controlling the paint. More on the defensive end. What a strip coming from Enzo C. Active hands by the black shirts as they complete the stop. Fast break layup coming from Yuto Sumeya, who was cut by Marcus Tiu. Sumeya is going to go to the line for 2 free throws. Yuto going 1 out of 2. Marcus using the screen and gives it to Hans. Kick out to Mateo. Mateo inside, another floater. Saved by, and that was a save by Fernandez, and BBC has possession of the basketball with just a minute gone by here in the fourth. Hans Go. Gets it out to Mateo. They were not aware of the shot clock, so great defense here by Charm as they get the stop. Let's see if they can convert. Ball moving around. Sumeya gives it to Josh. Josh kicks it out to Liam. Liam sees the double. Back to Maddox. Shot in traffic, no good. Hans Go with an outlet pass. Marcus all the way for the deuce.
Marcus Tiu.
Shua gets hacked. Near steal coming from Mateo Baltazar, but he will be called for the foul.
Pushing down on Mateo Baltazar, who is unforceable.
It's going to be a sideline inbound here. Talaga, and things falling apart here for Charm. Talaga was not able to execute that play. A miscommunication between him and Yuto Sumeya. So that was an unforced turnover. Hans Go gets hacked inside. That will be 2 team fouls so far here for Charm. As we enter the 2.5 minute mark of the fourth quarter. Jovan Chen gives it to Fernandez. Fernandez with the pull-up 3. Maybe not the best shot available. Not sure if the shot clock was running down. Maddox Lim will set it up. Still a 7-point lead right now. Sumeya losing the leather. Gets it back. Up and under. Gives it to Liam. Liam once again airmails that one. And another triple from Jovan Chen, and now it's a double-digit lead for BBC. The outside shooting has been the friend of BBC in this second half. Talaga trying to force it inside and ending up on a miss. Enzo with the rebound. And one interesting stat here so far in the second half. They had 10 turnovers in the first half, talking about BBC. But in the second half, so far with a quarter and a half gone by, only 3 turnovers. So they have controlled and they have taken care of that basketball, and it has been working for them as they have this 8-point lead. As Maddox Slim gets the end one basket, draws contact and goes off the glass. Go inside, Caleb Chua gets stripped. Maddox Slim is running with a 3-on-2 fast break, gets rejected by Hans Go. Pull up 3 coming from Josh Chua, who cuts it down to 5 points. Caleb Chua answers with a 2-pointer. Chua quickly goes to work, tried to go back to back. Enzo C with the rebound. Somea, much needed basket here, in and out. Sorry miss for Charm and Somea. 5.5 minutes remaining. Triple from BBC, ending up on a miss. Caleb Chua retrieves the rebound. Jovan gives it to Marcos. Marcos trying to create for BBC. Jovan Chen with the floater, that's no good, but off the hands of Enzo. BBC still has the basketball.
Substitution. 14-second shot clock.
Hands it off to Fernandez, who gets open from the elbow. He makes them pay as he extends it to 9. Marcos Fernandez with a total of 16 points, together with Jovan Chen with 21. Both of them doing most of the damage here. The next highest scorer would be Mateo Baltazar with 9. Great pass from Jovan inside to Caleb. A sorry miss as Maddox recovers that rebound. Scoop shot coming from Maddox. Maybe rushing that drive quite a bit. Mateo looking for points for his 12 points. As Caleb Chua goes to work inside, and he's going to draw a foul once again. Caleb Chua already with 6 points. A total of 9 rebounds as Charm is going to take another timeout. And this timeout brought to you by AutoGuard. We'll be right back for the last 3 minutes and 42 seconds. Caleb Chua gets 2 free throws here, looking to extend it to double digits. He was hacked inside. Gets the second one to go. It's now a 10-point lead, 65-55. A bit over 3.5 minutes remaining. And once again, Charm turns the ball over. Now the turnover problems moving to their side in the second half. And Jovan Chen making them pay. Lead is now a dozen. What a turnaround here in this ball game. Our first game here this Sunday. First out of 4, Jovan Chen, another fast break layup. And it's now 14 points. And looking at the body language of Charm, it looks like they have lost confidence in themselves. Maybe fatigue becoming a factor here for Charm as they only have 6 players available today. Sorry, make that 8 players available for Charm. 3-pointer coming from Liam Ang. Although going in and out, that would have been a basket that they needed. Hansgo gives it to Fernandez. Fernandez pass inside. The backdoor cut by Chen, read by Kid Lanete. And Chen misses. Mateo, 1-2 dribble, got hit on the thigh, and he's going to go to the line for 2.
2 shots for Mateo.
That's going to be a miss. 2 misses here for Mateo Baltazar. Could have extended it quite a bit. Somea looking for a teammate, finds Talaga. Somea going in and out. Last 2 minutes here, of course, announced by Anjo Pere, our game announcer. Talaga will get hacked. No penalty situation yet. It's going to be the 3rd team foul on BBC. With a minute 46 left. Baseline inbound. Liam Ang looking for a quick hitter to ram. Double team was there. He's going to get hacked. Still no penalty situation yet. This time it's a sideline inbound. Sander T. Kick out pass. Sander, no good. And Jovan Chen gets it to go, extending this lead to 16. He has carried them all day long together with Marcus Fernandez. Jovan Chen, by my count, around 25 points. We'll double check that in a while. Fernandez with the steal. Going all the way once again, Jovan Chen. Exploding here in the 3rd and 4th quarter. Making a case for best player of the game for that award. Somea, pull up 3. And that is off to the left. It looks like that's going to be it. 37 seconds left, an 18-point lead here by BBC. And more importantly, they get their first victory here in the Stallion Teen 17 and under division here in season number 5. Liam Ang gets the steal and just trying to make this a bit more respectable. 16-point lead so far. Shot clock is off. Jovan gets blocked by Kid. Kid will pull it back. Gives it to Sander. Sidestep move. Free throw line jumper for Yuto. And he hits it. And that's going to end our first game this Sunday. Final score, a come from behind victory for BBC 73-59 as we end our first game this Sunday. And we're gonna be back for our best player of the game interview brought to you by 10 Feet Vitamins in a few moments. First game this afternoon in the Stallion Teen 17 and Under Division, and we are with our best player of the game brought to you by 10 Feet Vitamins, Jovan Chen with 29 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 steals, and 4 out of 12 from downtown. Jovan, first of all, congratulations. You guys had 10 turnovers in the first half. Were you aware of that, and what was the adjustment coming into the second half?
Oh, yes, I was aware of that. What we did to adjust was like we had to slow down the pace and we don't push the ball too hard. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
You're outside shooting 4 out of 12. That's what saved you in the second half. Was that part of the game plan coming in?
Kind of. Like they're trying to like stay in the wing and then they'll pass me the ball and I'll just shoot it. Yeah.
So it was just lucky that the shots were falling for you. But since you are the best player of the game with 29 points, do you want to greet anyone? Any shout out?
No.
Okay, there you have it, the soft-spoken Jovan Chen with 29 points, and more importantly, the first win for BBC. We'll be right back for our second game here in the Stallion Teen 17 and Under.